I keep my head up and keep trying for the next game. When I lose, I focus on what I need to get better at.
Welcome to the D8 Training Podcast, your guide to training and vitality. I'm Anne-Marie Antic, your host. Today I have the junior gym boy record breakers, Kai, Ethan and Jake. Here at D8 Training, we run a junior gym program. This is a gym program targeted at kids aged around 10 and up. However, if you're mature and capable, you are able to start younger like Jake did. Our program helps improve strength, mobility and flexibility. And part of this program, the kids get the opportunity to break records. In episode 2, we spoke to our girl record breakers, Chloe, Kayla and Rose. So if you haven't listened to that, I recommend listening after this show. But today I'm excited. I've got the boys here and I've heard lots of hard work has been happening in the gym and lots of competition. So we have Kai here. Kai plays for Cumberland and I've heard he's only lost 2 games since he started playing there. He has set the record for hurdle and for this 10-meter sprint, and his 10-meter sprint record recently got broken by 0.05 of a second. Then we have Ethan, who has the chin-up record where he's done 11 chin-ups, and Jake, who keeps breaking his own record for the longest hang, and currently it sits at 8 minutes and 8 seconds. Wow, boys, big records. Welcome. Are you ready to get started?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Kai, let's kick off with you. How old are you?
10.
You currently play soccer?
Yep.
How long have you been playing soccer for?
I've started since I was 3 and I joined Cumberland when I was 5.
Or a long time. So since you've been 5 years old, you've only lost 2 games at Cumberland.
Yep.
And what do you enjoy about soccer?
Playing with my friends and winning games.
And how long have you been coming to the D8 Junior Gym program?
About 6 months now.
And what do you enjoy about it?
Coming with my friends and getting stronger and faster.
And how has D8 training helped you with your soccer?
My physicality is getting better and I can use my body a lot more.
How do you use your body a lot more?
When there's like a challenge, I can go hard on the play and win the ball back I lose it.
And I'm sure that would surprise the other players when you go in.
Yep.
And what are your goals or aspirations related to soccer?
Winning games and keep trying and getting better and better.
Is there any particular team you want to play for when you grow up?
Liverpool and also Adelaide United.
All right, shall we move over to yourself, Ethan? 11 chin-ups. You can do more chin-ups than me. And I think you can do more chin-ups than most of the members in the gym. But I heard that you're going to break that record and do more. Is that true?
Yes, I probably will.
And how come you want to break the record?
Because I've got very good upper body strength.
How old are you?
9.
And what other sports or exercise do you do?
I do soccer, I used to do football, and I do 5K running. In my free time I do volleyball and swimming and other stuff.
Running. How did you get involved in running and what do you love about it?
Well, how I got involved is my mum wanted to go to park run for the first time about a year ago or something. Then we just walked it for the first time. And then I said I wanted to run with Jerry, which was my mum's friend. They said I couldn't do it.
They said you couldn't do it?
They said they'd pick me up at about 500 metres of the 5 kilometres. But I got to halfway, 2.5 kilometres with him. And then I kept on running with him. And now I can beat him by far. My best time is 23:17.
That's impressive. And I heard you recently won at school in Sapsaza.
I came first in 800 metres, second in 200 metres, and second in 1500 metres. And I just got into cross country.
And how long have you been coming to the D8 gym program?
3 or 4 months.
And what do you enjoy about the D8 training program?
It's very fun. I get to improve my skills of soccer and I get to work on my strengths, the things that aren't my strengths. I just want to keep on breaking those records.
We might see your name up there for a few more records, hey?
I broke the running record, but then someone broke it again.
Yeah, I hear that's been happening a lot with you boys. You set a record, someone else breaks it, bit of competition happening. Ethan, can you share a time you had a goal and you were able to achieve it?
I said to my mum and dad, I really wanted to try and narrow myself down to 25 minutes. I was running at average 27 minutes when I was about a year ago. Now, every time I run, I get 25 minutes or under.
So you achieved that goal?
Yeah.
How did you feel when you achieved it?
Really good.
Jake, your turn. Okay, you were hanging for 8 minutes and 8 seconds, and I heard you could have hung longer. However, you had to come down because the class ran over time and the next class needed to start. Is that right?
Yeah, I feel so annoyed.
You felt annoyed?
Yeah, I reckon I could have gone 16 minutes.
16 minutes. How did you hang for so long?
I don't know. It's just the best. The record used to be 3 minutes and 24 seconds. I smashed it.
You did. And that 3 minute and 24 second record, was that your record that you broke? Or it was someone
It was
else's?
my sister's.
And how can you hang for so long?
Well, I'm a monkey.
And do you think you can break the 8 minute and 8 second record?
Possibly.
Are you going to try?
Yeah.
And how old are you, Jake?
8.
And what age did you start training in the gym?
Since it started.
And how old were you then?
Probably like 5. Well, our dad, the gym owner, he used to do a different one. I used to hang out in the gym and do stuff. We used to do this thing called bungee jump. We'll get these bands and I'll put my legs in between, then I jump up and down.
So how old were you when you first started gym training?
Probably like 1 or 2.
So you were very young starting in the gym, hey?
Yeah.
What do you love about the junior gym program?
Well, it gets me faster in soccer. I'm way better. And that also helps me for my hang.
And what other sports do you play?
I play soccer, used to do athletics, used to do football. I had to get in for soccer.
So you got selected for the team.
Yeah.
And what do you enjoy most about soccer?
Scoring goals. In our last game, we won 20-0 and I scored 5 goals.
You scored 5 goals.
Yeah.
If there is somebody that wants to hang and be strong like you, what advice would you give them?
Well, I'd say maybe start practicing hang.
And where did you practice?
I also practice like sometimes at school. And chin-ups also help me hang for longer a bit too.
All right, boys, that were great introductions. Thank you so much. All 3 of you are absolutely incredible and you have such a strong, vibrant energy, especially on the gym floor. It's truly impressive to see how all 3 of you are determined and you want to keep improving and set new records. In life, we know that there are ups and downs. We have challenges, especially in sports, such as losing or not performing to the standard you're capable of. All right, let's start with you, Kai. Can you share a time with us when you faced a challenge in your sport or training and how you overcame that?
So for academy, I've lost 7 grand finals. And 1 year, I finally achieved that and won the finals. How I overcame that was I kept trying and trying each year to try and win, and I eventually did that.
When you lost, what inspired you to keep training over and over and not give up?
Lots of my teammates were very sad. I just knew I had to hold those tears in and keep trying and win the next one.
And how did it feel when you won?
Really exciting.
I can imagine the 8th one, well deserved. What about yourself, Ethan? Can you share a time when you faced a challenge in your sport or training and how you overcame that?
I started soccer this year. Probably last year, I actually just started playing soccer with my friends. When I started, I wasn't that good. My dad used to be really good, so I wanted to be like him. So I've been practicing every day mostly at my house, training with him, and now I'm one of the best on my team.
And when you train at home, what sort of training do you do?
So we have this tiny goal. I just go from like very far away because my backyard's pretty big, and I score and sometimes I practice my skills on my dad, and I just practice, just dribble the ball around.
Nice. So it sounds like it's lots of practice. And what about yourself, Jake?
Well, once we were versing a team, Comets, they started off an amazing start, 1-0. It was hard because I think then we scored it, but then they scored again. It was half time. But then I got put in right wing and I was just staying back. But then I started working up and I did a cross for a goal.
So you helped set up a goal.
Yeah, we both scored 2 more goals each. It was 4-3. Our keeper did a save. It was nearly half time. I was a defender. He saved it right into my feet and I had to kick it out. I had no choice, otherwise they would score.
There, so you had a challenge, you were losing and you wanted to win. And what you did was you really focused and you're like, how can we get more goals and make sure we stop the other goals?
Yeah. And after I kicked it out, the whistle blew.
Oh, it's a good timing, hey?
Yeah.
Kai, how do you handle losses in sport?
I keep my head up and keep trying for the next game. When I lose, I focus on what I need to get better at and focus on that and do it in the next game and get better and better each time.
And do you find every time you play you do get better and better?
Yeah.
And what about yourself, Ethan? How do you handle a loss?
I just keep on going. I just try and to forget about it, because in my team we usually lose. I always say just stay motivated, keep your heads up.
So you help the other team members to stay motivated, keep their heads up
Yeah.
and keep going.
Once we lost 12-0,
How did that feel?
very sad.
It sounds like you're quite the leader, inspiring your team to keep going. And while we're with you, Ethan, what advice do you give to other kids and even adults when they deal with setbacks?
Put your head up, keep on going. Don't try and think about it.
Nice. Focus on what you want as opposed to the past. Is that right?
Yeah. Just try and think about what you will win, not you will, that what you did lose.
Focus on your goal.
Yeah.
I like that advice. Keep focusing on the future and not the past. What about you, Jake? So what advice do you give to other kids and adults when they have a setback?
What type of setback?
Any type. Maybe they lose a game.
Maybe
they hurt
just
themselves.
focus on the good parts about the game. On the good parts, at least you got to play the game, and at least there may be other kids who maybe didn't go through the tryouts, but you did. So focus on the good, not the bad.
I like that piece of advice because we're very privileged here in Australia. We get lots of things, so really focus on what we have. And lastly, what about yourself, Kai?
I would say keep trying and get better, and focus on the good side of it and don't focus on the bad side, because if you do, you'll keep thinking about that, and when you're playing, you'll just get worse because you're thinking of the bad side. But if you think of the good side, you get better and better.
I remember also being a child, people underestimated me and doubted me because of my age, saying I'm too little or not big enough. I'm a kid, what do I know? I imagine there's times and instances where people have doubted your abilities due to your age. Have you ever had a time when someone underestimated you because of your age? And how did you overcome it?
Yes, and also my size. So I try harder and get better. I look at some motivated stuff and that gets me motivated. And I keep trying and I don't worry about my size or my age. I just keep trying and get better then, because I play in older groups and I'm the youngest one there, and I'm still one of the best because I keep trying and I don't focus on my size or my age.
What do? You mention to stay motivated. How do you stay motivated?
I look up motivated stuff and I keep reading it over and over, and that gets me motivated before matches.
What sort of motivated stuff do you look up?
Like sport motivated, like soccer ones.
Ronaldo and Messi.
Yep.
That's a great idea. What about you, Ethan?
Just recently, someone underestimated me. So I just finished one of my soccer games, One of the other Sturtline soccer team, they had one player short. I went to play for them. They were a higher age group than me. I thought the coach underestimated me. So we started the game. I was right wing in midfield. I was racing up and down because I'm really fast. Kept on getting the ball, kept on getting my passes straight. And once, about 3/4 way through, I was right on the corner. There was 3 defenders in front of me. I skilled the first one, skilled the second one, was about to skill the third one. The goals were right there. I could have, I couldn't have shot because the goalie was there. I crossed it in, nutmegged one of the players' legs and passed it to one of the older players and got a great assist.
That sounds like a fantastic assist.
Unfortunately, we lost 3-4. After the game, they talked to my dad and they said they wanted to recruit me into their team.
So it sounds like they started and they underestimated you. They didn't think much of your ability to play. And then during the game, you showed them just how good you are with your speed and your skills.
Yeah.
And what about you, Jake? Have you ever had a time when someone underestimated you because of your age? And how did you overcome it?
I don't really remember one. Well, sometimes when I play soccer with my school, all of the kids never passed me and I get annoyed.
Is that because they think that you're younger than them and you won't score?
Yeah, I always pass to them, but they never pass to me.
So when they don't pass to you, what do you do, Jake?
Well, I just still keep playing. Maybe next time I play with them, I'm not going to pass to them. They ain't passing to me.
Well, that's one way to handle it. I guess, what about with your gym? You're strong in gym. Has there been any time someone's been surprised at how strong you are?
A lot of the time people are with my strength because I'm the strongest in my year of boys and girls.
And that's a lot of training that you do.
Yeah.
And do you know what? If anybody underestimates you for their age, next time you can ask them to do a chin-up challenge or a hanging challenge, because I know that all of you can do more chin-ups and or even a speed challenge. Let's move to parents. So as a mum, my goal is to empower my children so they can reach their fullest potential. I'm constantly seeking ways to enhance my parenting skills and provide them with the best guidance possible. What is something that your parents have taught you that has helped you in your life?
My dad, he always teaches me when I play soccer, always when you're playing soccer, if you're close, maybe just do a little tap to the bottom corner and you're most likely to go in. Whereas if you do max power, you could just go flying over the bar.
So with soccer advice, instead of max power, just tap it in.
Yeah, but unless there's a lot of defenders, you can go very high and curvy and see if you can get a goal.
That's really good
Don't
advice.
always go high because they can save it with your hands. Try and do it low because goalies usually try and save it with their hands. So try and go low top bins.
So tap it in, not max power, and keep it low.
Yeah.
What about you, Ethan?
In running and soccer, they're both related. My dad says, since you're really fast, every game just keep on going. And he always gives me tips afterwards because he always picks up on what I don't do well.
What about you, Kai?
My parents taught me to be fair in soccer games. If someone does a bad tackle on me, just forget about it and keep playing the game and don't focus on them. And they taught me how to kick my first soccer ball when I was younger. My mum and dad helped me a lot when I was young. When I just started Cumberland, they helped me how to kick the ball, dribble and shoot.
Did your mum and dad play soccer as well?
My dad did when he was younger. He played football colour.
Oh, that's really good advice. And I like that advice about being fair, because when they do that, they almost want you to get angry. Whereas if you don't get angry or upset and you keep playing, that only makes them angrier, which makes them play worse.
Yep.
While we're with you, Kai, what's the most important thing parents can do to help their children's self-esteem and confidence when playing sport?
Tell them good things and tell them how to get better and keep practicing with them if they need to get better on something.
What about yourself, Ethan?
My dad always tells me in sport, if you lose a game, if you're losing really badly, don't get angry at yourself or your team for letting goals in or not stopping a player. Just embrace that you're losing and keep on going. Don't look back and try and stay motivated.
So really encourage you to keep motivated.
Yeah.
What about you, Jake? What's something that your mum and dad can help you with your confidence?
My dad, he always tells me in the gym to work harder, and he always tells me a good tip. Don't always go max first, otherwise you'll get tired at the end. So go ladder first and then go to your max.
Now, all three of you strong, athletic for your age. You're stronger than most kids your age. And I'm sure there's lots of kids that want to be as strong like you and be able to break records. What piece of advice do you have for kids who aren't as fit and strong as you so that they can get fit and strong?
Keep working harder and harder and come to D8 training.
I like that. And why do you think coming to the gym is important?
It gets you fit and it gets you stronger, and whatever you want to achieve, the gym's always good to start.
I say if you don't know any gyms for kids, then eat lots of protein, don't try and eat junk food, and make your own gym. Do lots of sit-ups, push-ups, running on the spot, planks, and other stuff that helps you with your body strength.
And what do you have for breakfast?
I have eggs on toast with like little cut up bacon on the egg.
So lots of protein for breakfast.
Yeah.
And what about yourself, Jake? What advice do you have for kids who aren't fit and strong like you?
Come to D8 training. Don't always eat junk food.
What do you have for breakfast?
Pancakes.
Pancakes? What sort of pancakes? Are they healthy?
Maybe. I have egg and banana pancakes.
So just 2 ingredients, hey?
Yeah.
Mixed up and then made into a pancake.
Mash the bananas and then stir the bananas with the eggs. We usually do 4 or 5 eggs. They're delicious.
That sounds delicious.
You must try them. An egg is 7 protein.
7 grams of protein.
Yeah,
I don't think you'll recommend it.
I recommend it.
This is endorsed by Jake. Well, thank you to all three of you for your time and being on the D8 Training Podcast. Did you all have fun on it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you boys are smart, funny, strong, and I've learned so much from you. You know, you're a lot younger than I am. Yeah, I was able to learn a lot. So thank you so much. I know parents can definitely benefit from hearing your words of wisdom that you shared and how you overcame challenges. We've got 2 more questions before we finish. Jake, we'll start with you. What's your favourite gym exercise?
It'll have to be probably chin-ups.
Ethan?
Either chin-ups or 10-meter sprint.
They're good, all the record-breaking ones.
Wall sit and 10-meter sprints and hurdle jumps.
I like the wall sit as well. Last question. What does dominate mean to you?
To get better and better, and if your opponent says something bad about you, get better than them and show them how it's done.
Dominate them, hey?
Yep.
What about you, Ethan? What does dominate mean to you?
Dominate means thrash them as hard as you can. Thrash them.
Thrash them.
Thrash them in any sport. No matter what, just thrash them.
What about you, Jake? What does dominate mean to you?
Dominating is like dominating the competition, beating it. And also if someone your age says you're weak, then say this. At least I'm not as weak as you.
That's a good comeback. Well, thanks again, boys, and I look forward to seeing you break more records. And thank you all for tuning in and listening to the show. Please share and subscribe to our podcast. Your support will help us grow and continue to bring such valuable content to you and others. Until next time, dominate your life.